Please welcome Executive Vice President, Oracle Applications Development, Chris Leone.
Good. All right. Good morning, everyone. Folks had a late night. I was out with customers, so that was super fun. All right, welcome back. It's been a few years since we've been together. It's extremely exciting. Had already seen so many familiar faces, and Zoom just doesn't do justice to actually seeing people in person. So it's great to be here. It's been a while. In release updates like dog years, we've had 12 release updates since the last time we all got together. In the days of the on-premise world, I think we would be rounding on one release about now. So definitely a lot of momentum happening. Hundreds of new customers. We'll talk about a few. Thousands of new features. Lots of innovations. We're going to talk and show you a lot of them. 30 million users benefiting daily from our system, and truly our focus is really on customer success. So extremely excited to be here and to be talking to you. So this is just a few customers that we thought we'd throw up here, and some of them are new, net new customers, just joined the family. Some of them have been with us for many years. Some of them have just expanded their deployments. Some recent go-lives. In the last 60 days, we've had major grocer go-live, 450, 500,000 employees, couple large healthcare providers. So last 60 days, we've had about 800,000 employees added to our system, and all of them running payroll. So a ton of great momentum from a customer and customer going live perspective. The other thing is adding new customers, not just on the high end, medium customers, small customers. It's great, and it's also been great to see all of you here. We'll talk a little bit more as we go through it. We had a customer dinner last night, just seeing so many familiar faces that I haven't seen in 3 years. Truly amazing, very fun, and more than the product, it's the partnerships and the relationships that really matter. So that's what's most important to us. But great family, you're in great company, and we continue to accelerate our growth. Few things on how we've been doing. This is not the ultimate measure of how you're doing in the industry, but certainly is a good barometer, I guess. From an industry analyst perspective, we've been doing extremely well. Obviously, whether we're in the leaders quadrant from a suite perspective or from an individual product best of breed perspective, we're doing exceptionally well in the investments that we're making and the research and development dollars that we're putting into the product. But 2 awards that I'll call out recently. One of the things that I'm extremely proud about is the innovations that my team delivers, and we deliver them in partnership with customers. I mean, you push us every single day, so these awards are not just our awards, they're our awards, is the way I look at it. And the 2 awards that we won for Oracle Me. So if you haven't gotten the Oracle Me button, it says Ask Me About Oracle Me, which is I have like 10 of them. So you can get one from me after. So we won 2 awards, 2 innovation awards. One from HR Executive a few weeks back. Steve Bose, if he's out there, thank you, and team. I know you spent a lot of time researching. So Oracle Me won the Product of the Year from HR Executive. So extremely excited about that. Huge honor. And the momentum with Oracle Me is great. I think we have over 1,800 customers using part of the suite that we've delivered. So that's great. The second award, equally as exciting, that I'm proud about, came from Ventana Research. So Quincy, who's out here, and Mark Smith, who I've known for many years, gave us the Digital Innovation Award, the overall winner for all the awards that they give out every year. So what that means is it's not just a category winner. We didn't just win the HR category. We were the overall Digital Innovation Award winner for Oracle Me. So really delivering a ton of innovation, a ton of value to the market, and I continue to be excited, and we're pushing the envelope every day with you, our great customers. But we are focused on staying ahead of change. Things have changed over the last 3 years since the pandemic, as we all know. What's been exciting is this acceleration that we've seen towards digital innovation. I mean, many of the customers, many in this room, started their transformation during the pandemic and finished their transformation before the pandemic was over. And we worked together almost every day and never met in person. And so we've seen that acceleration happen. But more than that, individuals are really redefining what they want from work and their work experiences. And we've seen it, I see it in our own business, that HR leaders and business leaders are struggling with how they manage through this change. And so our focus is relentless innovation. We want to be and stay ahead of the change so that you can flex your business when you need to make sure that you're making room and understanding and being able to supportive of the changing workforce dynamics. And so we want to be there for you, and I'm going to talk about what we're doing. First, a couple things. Many of you throughout this conference have heard of the Oracle Redwood design system. This is our new kind of user experience platform that we're building off of. I'm going to show you some of it, show you what our innovations look like for the next couple years. But it's fantastic. It's winning awards. It's winning virtually every design award. This is just the last 2 years. So our focus is to deliver consumer-grade applications where you can use your words, where it learns every single day through machine learning and artificial intelligence. It gets smarter, and we truly bring data to life. So with just fantastic visualizations, and we'll show you some of that as we go through this session. I'm excited to show you some of the things that we're building. But we didn't just start like yesterday building on the Redwood design system. We've been doing this over the last couple years. And so I really challenged my team, whenever you're moving to a new platform, a new way to design and build the front ends of your applications, it takes work to define the standards to make sure that it can scale and all the things. So for the last 2 years, we've delivered over 200 pages, new applications, new innovations across our entire HCM suite. And I'm going to show you some of them today. But what we've been doing behind the scenes, and hopefully this gives you a level of comfort because we're going big, as they say, what we've been doing is we've been developing user experience templates for all the different page designs that we're going to be deploying. We've been developing coding standards, we've been developing API standards, accessibility standards, performance standards, all of these to ensure that when we go big and roll out the Oracle design system across our entire suite, not only is it going to be extremely intuitive, and not only is it going to be best in class, not only is it going to be consumer grade, but it's going to scale the way we need it to scale, and scale for my engineering team to deliver these pages consistently and across the entire suite. So this is just what we've been doing for the last couple years. And what's exciting is we're going to show you what our user experience investments look like for just calendar year 23, just what's coming. I'm going to show you what we've delivered and what's coming, and show you some of the cool and new things that we've done. But these are the base level capabilities that you get as the core componentry of the Redwood design system. This comes with every interaction, every transaction. My team is going to be focused on better performance, trying to get to 300, 400, 500 millisecond page response times, reducing clicks on every page, reducing the number of pages you need to go through to complete a transaction. All of the things that, and bringing new exciting things to the page, so like intelligent nudges, AI-driven suggestions, contextual journeys and guidance, all of these things that we've kind of made part of the system, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. But these are just the core level things that you will get as we move every page to the Redwood design system. So this is what we have on the plate for calendar year 23. It's big, and this is not, don't think we're slowing down on all the features that we're delivering. Huge amount of delivery coming. I just wanted to give you a sense on, I think our usability of our application is excellent today. I think our mobility is great. we're taking it to a completely whole new level. So this is what we have on the docket, really focused on delivering full employee and manager self-service experiences, performance management and feedback, goals management, a modern time card, a whole new recruiter experience to drive greater productivity, a recruiter activity center, brand new learner experiences. I'm going to show you some of this. Experience Design Studio. So for many of you that use it, if you had used Page Composer in the past, you know what an innovation Experience Design Studio was. We went from kind of the dark ages to something super simple that HR could drive and personalize every page. Huge innovation, made localizations great, made personalization super easy. We're taking that to a whole nother level with Experience Design Studio 2.0. You're going to be extremely impressed coming this calendar year to make personalizations even better. You'll be able to see the page right as part of the Design Studio. You don't have to go into the application. So many new capabilities. It's just going to be great with the same simplicity, even simpler than we had before. So great there. And we will focus on even better desktop and mobile experiences. So huge delivery for next year. Let me show you a little bit what that looks like. But a couple things I want to make sure, because some of you are probably saying, hey, we moved to Newsfeed. We love it. It took us a little bit of time. We had a lot of page personalizations. We're going to simplify all of that. Many of you have started to use journeys, whether it's for your onboarding recruiting process or other experiences in your organization. Very easy as we deploy journeys. We're going to have a similar ease of uptake, moving personalizations over. The other thing that we're doing is the base level page for a lot of the self-service pages is going to be very similar. So there will be little to no training or retraining as you uptake these pages and get all the benefits of moving to them. But we're going beyond that. We're delivering some new, if I can hit the clicker, we're delivering some new in-page capabilities where we're going to have contextual journeys. So if you're updating a page and you need to have steps that go beyond the transaction, it's going to be relevant and personalized to the page. We're going to have AI suggestions. We're going to have intelligent nudges where we can nudge the user on maybe something they forgot or maybe something additional we'd like them to do. So we're going to make the page smarter and more proactive on every single interaction. On top of that, we're going to have contextual guidance. We're going to make it's part of the design now, not something we added on later. And you can see here in the lower left-hand corner, as you navigate the pages, you'll be able to personalize what you want to see on the page, whether it's a chart, it's a grid, it's a graph, it's a survey, it could be a questionnaire. All of the content that's available, could be a learning course from the learning catalog. All of these things can be contextual to the page and delivered as part of the system now. So continuing to provide additional componentry to the page to make it even better. We're going to be focused on manager experiences. So if you know what we call this behind the scenes, we call it the compacted guided process, but it's basically our manager self-service pages. So they're going to be even easier to work with. They're all going to work within the viewport, so very easy to update all of these. You're going to be able to navigate them on the side, and we'll have the same level. So this is just kind of how you can step through a manager self-service transaction, and we'll also have contextual guidance in the page as well, so you have that flexibility. We're going to deliver a whole new learner experience, and I say calendar year 23. Many of these innovations or experience are already coming today. So the learner experience started in 22D. The majority of it is in 23A. So that's January of this year, and 22D's already come out. Many customers are starting to use it. So this is not like, hey, we've backloaded the entire investment to the end of the year. Many of this stuff is coming fast and furious. So whole new learner experience, whole new Recruiter Activity Center to make recruiters more productive. This is something that we heard feedback on. How do we make recruiters more productive? So we're going to have a work area where we bring requisitions and we bring candidates together in one place. So you can create, update, and fill a requisition, and you can create and offer all in one place on the same pane. You don't have to go to different places. So this is what we call a single page application, which is kind of a new technology investment that we're making, where you don't have to navigate to 5 different pages, where the page refreshes automatically. You don't have to refresh the entire page, just pieces of it. So leveraging some new capabilities here, new technology capabilities, plus giving you a really good workbench. So our focus has been, and when we defined all these user stories for our next kind of big push from a user experience, because for us, continuing to push the envelope on user experience is not a set it and forget it or once and done proposition. It's a continual investment so we can always stay ahead of the curve. So our focus is to make all of the transactions purposeful, and what that means is we really focused on reducing the end-to-end transaction time, so we make sure when you get into the system, you can take action or have whatever interaction you have, you get in and you get out in as least amount of time possible, but get your work done. We're going to make the system and all of our pages proactive, so we're going to be intelligent about what we put on the page. You can personalize it, so we'll have contextual guidance, we'll have AI nudges, we'll have or suggestions, we'll have intelligent nudges, we'll have all this proactivity that will help the user, help you make better decisions as you're in every single page. And my favorite is we've always tried to deliver a personalized experience. It's one of our differentiators, it's one of our hallmarks, where we can personalize a page so for the user it's as simple as possible. So if I'm in a certain business unit, or if I'm in a certain department, or if I'm in a certain cost center, or if I'm in a certain country, I only have the regions, I only have the fields that are relevant to me. So I'm not looking at a page that is the least common denominator that has so many fields on it, I don't know what 80% of them are. We have the ability to personalize it. You've seen it through Experience Design Studio. Now we're delivering Experience Design Studio 2.0. It's going to make it even simpler with more ability to control what's on the page. So super excited. Personalization will never leave us. And our commitment is always the same. We deliver everything for mobile. So all of the pages, self-service pages that we're delivering are always available on the desktop, tablet, and mobile device. And all of the page-level personalizations which nobody else can offer or deliver, every page personalization that we deliver is always available across all of those 3 platforms. So that's huge, and it really makes the users have a lot of consistency and simplifies their day-to-day interactions. And this is the value. So we want to reduce task completion time, and in some instances it'll be up to 80%. We want to make users more productive and offer them additional experiences. If their transaction goes beyond a single update, they need to take additional steps. And we want to deliver better insight, better personalization, contextual journeys and contextual experiences, all in the flow of work. So huge investment for us just on the user experience side. So want to keep pushing the envelope, want to simplify so you can roll out more self-service transactions to your users, reduce, where possible, your shared service center so you can drive the cost of operating our system down, and that's a continual focus for us to deliver, okay? So that's just the user experience. Please don't, and so 2 things we're committed to. One is we're going to make the ease of uptaking these new pages extremely easy. We're going to move personalizations over. We're going to move some of the autocomplete capabilities over, so you're going to be able to move very, very quickly. Your users are going to love it. It's going to be significantly better, more performant. All of those great things. 2, still are a ton of features that we're delivering, so don't worry, features are still there. We have a huge roadmap as far as what we're delivering behind the scenes, so 2 great things. Okay, now we're going to talk about things that are available today. The most exciting part for me, make sure my computer doesn't go to sleep here, And we're going to show you some product, which, as you know, if you've been in my sessions before, that's like my favorite thing to do. My engineers love it because I test code and then I go, log bugs, and they're like, great, Chris, this is great. So we're going to do some of that. We're going to do some of that today and show you what it looks like and what it feels like as we get into the application. Okay, so we focused on, and this isn't all the innovations we're delivering, this is a few of them. We focused on a few of the key processes that we've been hearing from you. I've been in it used to be called the Customer Visit Center, now it's the CVC, whatever, where the customer, where you go and meet with Oracle people, wherever that center is. I've been meeting with a lot of customers. And these are the themes that we've been talking about, right? So one of the areas that we're investing in and is big, and we have buttons, so it's totally real. When you make buttons of a product, that means that it's real. Oracle Me is extremely exciting. It's our employee experience platform. I'm going to show you how you can simplify communication and guided experience for your user population, and show you how we've developed Oracle Me to work as a system. And I always laugh. I know I'm going to tangent. I don't have that much time, but I always laugh when competitors come in and say, hey, we have some of the same capabilities. And they're like, does it work like this? Does it work together? Well, not really. We designed it from the ground up to work as a system. I'm going to show you how we can save time and effort and empower HR to communicate better with the workforce, targeted communications. We're going to show you how you can develop the next generation of leaders, right? Build a skill-driven organization, as well as create a positive culture and better engagement between managers and workers or their employees. And then we're going to show you some of the areas that we're investing in operational excellence. So, ton of fun stuff. I'm going to get to the demo. So we'll jump in. What I'm going to show you first and foremost is we really did build Oracle Me as a system. It has a number of components that are part of our suite. I'm going to show you how you can simplify all your people processes that you want your workforce to execute against and make them targeted and make them simple for your workforce to complete. So any people process you can think of, grow your career, master your current role, benefits enrollment, whatever you want, compensation route, whatever you want to communicate to whatever targeted audience you want to communicate that to, and you want to guide them to finishing or completing that experience, you can now do it, and HR can have the power to do it. And I often ask customers, what do you use today? What do you do today? Well, we use email. We use this marketing system where we kind of figure out the email addresses that we need to put together to send it out to the right group. And then we take them to a portal. We have a SharePoint portal over here, and we kind of let them figure it out, what they need to do. So I'm going to show you how we can deliver a better way to do that. So let's go over to the demonstration. And so what you're going to see here is our new, hopefully delivered homepage design. So Eileen, our user experience lead, is still working on it, but we're rounding out. This is what we deliver out of the box, and certainly you can personalize it to your own branding and theming. We know you all love to do that. Okay, that aside. Let me show you how we can drive better communication and better guided experience directly in our application, which I love to do. So first and foremost, I'm going to start with what the employee or the manager will receive. They'll receive an email or they'll receive a work list item. And so I'm not jumping out. I'm going to go right here, and we want our managers to update their succession plans. And so when you roll out succession planning, maybe it's to all managers, maybe it's to M4 and above managers, maybe it's to M5 and above managers, maybe it's to just the executive group. However you want to roll out succession planning, you need to target that group of people, as an example, that you want them to go through this process and monitor and manage it. So I'm going to show you how, from a manager perspective, you can do that. Then I'll show you behind the scenes how you go build it just real quickly, because it's super simple. So I put out an email. This is what you need to do. Update your succession plans. And then we take them to a guided experience. Now, I've simplified this guided experience to make it a 3-step process, but it could be a 10-step process, could take 2 months to update it. There could be checkpoints with HR along the way. So a ton of additional things that you can do. We love videos. All the tasks, we've got a ton of new tasks where you don't have to link out to other pages. It's right in the guided journey itself. So I'm going to watch a video. Then I'm going to look at a chart. So BI is available as one of the tasks. Shows up here. I see what my pipeline of succession people look like. So who can move, who's ready now, where they're at in their succession plans. I'm going to go to our succession planning area, and I can see that, you know, the objective was to have succession plans for all of my direct reports. I have 4 done, and I have 4 without succession plans, so I need to work on that. Maybe it's I have to have a certain number of reports. Anyway, you can come here, you can update your succession plans. I'm not showing the succession planning product. You can add a new succession plan, very easy to do, but it's part of this communication and guided process. Very simple 3-step process, and then if I need help, I can go to HR or HR business partner and do that. So just like that, I've targeted a communication and delivered it. But let me show you behind the scenes what this would look like from an HR business person perspective or business partner and how they would create it. So I'm going to go into my client groups. I'm going to go to HCM Communicate, one of Oracle Me components, and I'm going to come into all the campaigns. Remember, HCM Communicate is not a spray and pray approach to communication, right? They're campaigns. You can have multiple steps as part of that campaign. So we're going to go to an employee campaign called Empower You. And what I have here is a little bit of how I'm measuring this campaign. So this is my click, who's opened the email, who's clicked on it, and this is my journeys and what the completion looks like from a journeys perspective. I can see what my audience looks like. This is the secret sauce. So now the days of cobbling together various email lists to target the right population are done. We have all the data, HR structures in the system. You can be as targeted as you want and get the right population automatically. And then it's about delivering the right content. So this was the first email that we sent out. It basically said, hey, choose which path you want to go on. Do you want to master your current career, or are you looking for new opportunities? Oh, I'll just go there. And starts with a video. We could follow this up for people who didn't start this process. Starts with a video. Then it goes to a choice, right? So we can give our users a choice. And you remember the books when we were kids, or at least when I was a kid, you could choose your path and which way to go. Same thing. Do I want to master my current career? And the journey, the experience says this is what you need to do. If I want to change, then the experience changes and it says these are the steps that you need to take. So all part of Oracle Me, the experience, the guided experiences that we're creating now. So I'm done and I can step through the process where I can search for which roles get pushed to me. And so this is where we push them based on the skills that you have and your fit for these jobs. I could explore all careers, or I could look at these. And again, I could look for ambassadors, but the guided experience allows me to go through a process and even complete a survey at the end with a targeted communication, very easy to roll out, follow-up communication so I can make sure the population that I'm targeting completes the task that I want them to complete. So just like that, let's go back to the slides. Just like that, we're able to create and empower HR to create these guided communications. We had a contest and really challenged our partners to deliver experiences, industry-specific experiences, and they did a great job. I'll announce the winners. Obviously, Deloitte, you can read them, but Deloitte, PwC, and InnoApps did a fantastic job. Across our partner community, they did a great job in delivering some of these experiences. So congratulations to the winners. But what I always say is the winners are really you, our customers, because ultimately these get posted on Customer Cloud Connect, just like the templates that we deliver. We have a resource center that you can download the experience templates that we deliver, drop them into your system, and start using them tomorrow. So huge value. We'll do more of these contests. They're extremely fun to do. But now I'm going to move into what we're doing around driving next generation leaders within your organization. So one of the areas that we've invested in is dynamic skills. So our approach is to really support skills across the entire life cycle of the employee. And that includes skills identification, skills development, skills utilization, and the component that we deliver it under is our skills platform called Dynamic Skills. So whether you're looking for the right skills from a candidate, whether you're looking to drive better internal mobility, leveraging skills through gigs and jobs, whether you're trying to master your current role through learning or grow into a new role, or even from an operational perspective, as we're developing new scheduling capabilities and you want to make sure you get the right worker to the right place at the right time with the right skills and certifications, skills becomes a foundational element of that. So driving a skills-driven culture is something that we've invested in, and we want to really empower your employees, your workers, to, number one, be able to create their own learning paths and training paths so they can grow and go on the path that they want to create. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to show you our skills platform, Dynamic Skills. Just incredible how easy it is to empower not just the employee to grow in the skill areas that they want, but to empower the manager and the organization to make sure that the right skills are being adopted by each employee in each group. And then I'm going to show you a little bit about how we've delivered a better engagement between manager and employee in something called touch points. So I'll give you a little bit of background. So let's go to the demo here and show you what that looks like. So first and foremost, I'm going to go to our suggestions area. This is AI suggestions, where we have kind of explainable AI. It's not just because I told you to click on this, we kind of tell you why this is showing up. So I'm going to learn today. So as an employee, it's popular with users. I'm going to go in and I'm going to learn today. I come into Skills Center. So what you're going to see with Skills Center is our beautiful Skills River. Look how cool that looks. So look, Eileen's smiling, it looks great. But from an employee perspective, what they can do is they can go add the skills that they care about, that they want to master, so we give them some flexibility. What these recommendations, these are learning courses, what these recommendations are built around the skills that I'm developing. And the skills that I'm developing, I call it a pyramid. They come from skills that the employee wants to master, skills that the manager wants to recommend for their organization, and then ultimately what we call role skills, which are the most important, what skills you need to master for that particular job, and that's done from an organization perspective. So you can make sure that the employee is meeting all the skill requirements that you want for their job. They can meet it for their future, and you're developing a good skills-driven organization. So I'm going to go ahead and add skills to a personal playlist. So this is my journey that I'm going to create, my experience that I'm going to create, just like you're creating a playlist on Apple Music. I'm going to add a skill here, or I'm sorry, a course. I'm going to add another course. I'm going to add that to my personal learning plan. Then I'm going to view my journey. And so I could add 20 training courses, but this is where we're different from the standalone LMSs or LXPs of the world, where you can add additional tasks that go beyond just, hey, here's my training path. So now I can go in and I can apply for a gig. So we've set up gigs. I'm going to take a couple courses in project management, and then I'm going to save this to my personal playlist, and I'm going to add a gig. But I want to change the order of it. So just like, how I want to hear my playlist, I'm going to move project management to the top. Then I'm going to apply for a gig. I'm going to save that, and that's my new playlist. And just like Apple Music, I can share that with my friends and family in the same position. And all of this is going to be pertinent to their skills, right? So if they have similar skill requirements, they'll be able to take these courses. They're in the same role. When they go to the gig will organize around the skills that they have and promote those gigs that they're qualified for. So really great way to kind of learn every single day. So that's kind of one step. But where the magic really starts to happen, and again, part of dynamic skills is team skills, where now we empower the organization to create what we call core skills. So the manager can create core skills, and the organization or you can create job-related role skills. So these are skills that are specific to a role. So now I have the best of both worlds, core skills and role skills. I can look at my employees. I can see how they're achieving those. I could look at core skills or role skills. I can only assign core skills. So I want to assign some core skills to my directs. So I'm just going to simplify this. Leadership, and we'll add 2. Always important to support what level of proficiency that you want them to achieve. So intermediate and advanced, and this can come with whatever level they achieve, proficiency level. There could be a certification associated with it. I mean, all part of designing these. And now I have 5 skills, and if I want to potentially remove some because I want to change what their focus is, I can unassign. So I have a lot of flexibility in team skills, and it forms that foundation for me to build a skills-driven organization. Again, dynamic skills, new area of investment. A lot of customers are deploying dynamic skills today to drive a lot of these processes. And the last area is how we can promote better engagement between the manager and the employee. And we're doing that through our new engagement application called Touchpoints. And we've made a number of really great enhancements. I'm going to show you a few of them, but I'm going to go into as an employee first. So this is where you can start to deliver pulse surveys. Pulse surveys are built into our system. It's not a separate standalone survey application that you have to deploy, figure out how to secure, all of those things. It's built into our system, and we really feel like engagement is something that happens every single day, every single week. I want to track sentiment ongoing. It's not a one time a year, how you doing, and check-in. It's a weekly, monthly, quarterly check-in process. So I'm going to first go to the survey, and as you can tell, I'm feeling great. So we'll go ahead and hit the feeling great, but it could be any of the above, right? Maybe not always there. And then I go to my dashboard. So as an employee, this is my this is my dashboard, Touchpoints dashboard, and this is my engagement with my manager. So all the check-ins that I've had, all the feedback, these are recommendations that I'm receiving. But the power and the real magic happens at the manager level, right? Really giving managers the tools to engage with their workforce. So really differentiated. I can see how I compare with my directs to all my reports to the organization. I can see it over time. This is a 6 or 10 week period. And then I can have different surveys. So that's the question I always get. So these are pulse surveys. These are consistent sentiment surveys. I can have offsite surveys. I could have conference surveys. So this is a 5 out of 5 session. And so this is a conference survey. I'm kidding. All right, I'm going to go to employees and show you. Now I can take action at the employee level. So I'm going to go to Paul. And this is Paul and my interaction, right? So I can see all of the touch points that I've had with Paul. I want to initialize a check-in. We think check-in should be more of a frequent conversation. So we're going to give you some recommendations, some insights. I don't know if work anniversary, I guess that's an insight. I'm going to, some of the goals that Paul is working on, I'm going to promote those to receive some feedback. I'll do that. Then I'll do Oracle CloudWorld. I'll add a personal step. And this is probably too long for a check-in, but you get the idea. You can really start to automate this process. I'm going to update this, and now we have an agreement on what our next check-in is going to look like. And this really helps set me up if we do a performance review every quarter or every semi-annually, and I have all the information that I need to collect. But beyond that, the most fun that we can have in HR is giving kudos, right? Isn't that what we love to do, like congratulating people? So we can celebrate anniversaries, but I mean, that's great. So you've been here. But we can also celebrate events beyond that. And we delivered these cards. My favorite is the birds in a tree. I don't know, but very zen. And I can send to Paul a above and, if I could type and take it out of caps lock. Above and beyond award, and I could write a personal message and send it to him, all my directs, the entire team, and that will show up as a celebration. So really trying to provide, let's go back to the slides, a better engagement in the system. And then wanted to just talk a little bit about operational engagement, and I'll give you a few examples. And we'll quickly go through these. So Drive Intelligent Insight, I talked to you about bringing data to life. We have operational processes. I'm not going to demo this section, but we have something brand new in recruiting, Oracle Recruiting Cloud, called our Recruiting Booster. So we want you, there's a couple sessions that is being done. ORC has been a huge hit. Some of the largest companies in the world are running it. But we've been investing in 4 key areas that we're augmenting maybe for medium, large to large organizations. One of them is hiring event promotions. So now you can create hiring events. And these hiring events are job fairs or career fairs where you can create a beautiful experience where candidates, they could be college candidates or job fair candidates, can register. You can track their registration. You can follow up with them. And because it's part of our system, you don't have to buy a third-party campus recruiting product. So we're lowering the cost of ownership. And once the candidate, through our hiring events, uploads their resume, puts what their interests are, it's in our system. So when they go into the candidate experience where the job requisitions are in the same candidate experience, they don't have to re-enter their information. They don't have to log in. Well, we don't have a login. We have security through your phone number or email, but they don't have to log in again, and they can apply for a job. So it simplifies, reduces friction, and makes it very, very easy. So hiring event promotion, we have two-way SMS. So one of the huge things, as part of the Recruiting Booster, two-way SMS. People love our digital assistant. Many of them put it on their career site. We added a ton of new skills to the digital assistant. And then we also, to the Recruiting Booster, added interview management that really streamlines the interview process. So great new capabilities there. And then from an industry perspective, what we're doing from industry investments across all industries or many industries, our largest one obviously being healthcare. Larry talked about this yesterday. We have a large HCM investment, a great roadmap. With the acquisition of Cerner, we're going to be creating orchestrated processes between our 2 systems so they'll operate as one. We're going to be delivering new innovations, a whole new advanced scheduling capability to augment our workforce management so we can make sure that we find the right nurse, get them to the right bed at the right time with the right skills and right certifications. So advanced scheduling is on our roadmap. Skills for healthcare is on our roadmap, so a very, very deep roadmap. We're going to be extremely tightly coupled with Cerner, but we'll also be open enough to support Epic. So whatever health management system you use, you'll be able to leverage our HCM system with all the new capabilities we're delivering. And the industry investments will continue across all the industries that I've outlined here. So as we're wrapping up the session, I wanted to just hopefully everybody that has met with us and knows us knows we have a customer-first mindset. Our success is tied to your success. And so one of the asks that I ask is we want to listen to you. We want your feedback. Please join our strategy councils or customer advisory boards. Great ways to give us feedback. Come to Customer Cloud Connect. Awesome site, tons of learnings that you can learn there. We have a resource center where we have jumpstart guides. I'm going to talk about that in just a second, where we can help you get started on some of the new modules that I've just talked about and highlighted here to get you started so you can start to deploy them. We also are offering, and this is a no-cost opt-in. We're going to start slow. You can hit that QR code or just go to Customer Cloud Connect. We're going to offer a health check through our CSM organization and through our COE organization, where we're going to try to optimize some of these processes for you. So excited about that and what we'll be delivering there. And focus for us, this drives us every day. The partnerships that we have with you, our customers, is fantastic. We focus on customer success day in and day out. And hopefully you can continue to see you want a vendor that's investing for the future and driving a ton of innovation. And hopefully you're seeing all of the innovation that we're delivering. We're not forgetting about the bread and butter features we need to deliver, but we're also pushing to the future and delivering a ton of innovation. So as you leave here today, the asks from me and my team are, we highlighted 4 key areas for you, 4 new modules that we're delivering, 2 under Oracle Me, HCM Communicate and Touchpoints. HCM Communicate and Journeys combination, Touchpoints. Go take a look at them. Recruiting Booster, we have more sessions on it, and Dynamic Skills to build a skills-driven organization. All 4 of those, we will have jumpstart sessions in November on Customer Cloud Connect. So join Customer Cloud Connect. We'll show you how to get started, test it out in your environment, see if you like it, getting a ton of great feedback on it. So great there. And then please participate. We want your feedback. Join a CAB, join a strategy council. Hopefully you're meeting tons of new friends here from other companies. And with that, I thank you all for coming and really appreciate the partnerships that we have. So thank you.